That's it to myself. I said, I'm going to save myself. It starts with small actions like that. And I was like, man, I realized that nobody was going to come save me. It was going to be me. And when they have that epiphany, when they realize nobody's going to come and save you, take action. That little action step, it starts off like you're planting seeds, and then it begins to grow and develop. The next thing you know, you have a whole tree, because you realize by taking these small action steps, I can see immediate change. Immediately, I had money in my hand. I can go to the ice cream truck. I can get my bazooka bubble gum. I can sit down in my backyard and read a comic strip, and I can laugh. And my life completely changed. And I realized that I was going to get out of the situation that I was in. So for the people who are suffering, I understand. I've been there. I had holes in my shoes. My pants, I only had 2 pairs of pants. I would bleach my pants at night and then dye them with rich dye the next day, so it looked like I had multiple pair of pants to go to school, so I wouldn't get beat up the next day, because the kids would beat you up. It was rough, you know? But at the same time, I still had that in my mind, like, I can fix this problem. If I come up with ideas, I can take action. Right after that situation, a few years later, my dad calls me in the room and says, hey, you got to get a job, you know? You got to get a job. And I'm 12. And I'm like, okay, well, what do I have to do? Miami News was hiring 12-year-olds to go door-to-door to sell newspaper subscriptions. So I started going door-to-door to do newspaper subscriptions. I saved my money because I know I'm going to need it. My friends are spending it on junk. Turn around, I see that Galaxy Electronics ad in the Opportunity magazine at the grocery store. They got the digital car stereos. I go, that's it. I start buying digital car stereos, COD, cash on delivery. So you can call them up, they ship them to you, you give the UPS man the cash, they give you the goods. I started selling them to the upperclassmen in high school. Word got around. Everybody needed a car stereo that was digital because they were tired of the analog. It just came out. So I hit a gold mine and started my very first business, which really blew up and went like global. I mean, it was incredible. The money I was making was sick. If you can imagine making $3,000 a week in the 1980s, that's crazy money for a kid, right?
Yeah.
And so then eventually I added, car installation. I would have my friend come over and install the stereos and the 6x9s and the subwoofers and all that. Just expanded and expanded. But again, I had the idea. I was prepared this time. I instead of blowing money and spending it on stupid stuff, I took advantage of my opportunities. Where this is where people go wrong. They don't realize that, oh man, I'm got the victim mindset. The man is holding me down and I can't do this and I can't do that. And look what's going on here and there. And they're blaming everything on the outside instead of realizing, well, what are some of the things that I didn't do that are keeping me in this situation? Whether it's no matter how small it is, analyze it, understand it, pick it apart, and realize, well, what if I did this? These micro changes turn into macro evolutions in your life. And so by me just holding on to that money and not blowing it, I paid my dad his $100 rent that he wanted, and I got myself a $19.95 calculator watch from Kmart. That was it. The rest, I saved. And when the time came, when the opportunity arose, I was prepared, and I took advantage of it. Whereas a lot of people in these situations, they never see the opportunity. It comes right, it just flows right by their eyes, and they're blind. They can't see or sense it. But they're there. They're always there. But we have to sense these opportunities when they arise, no matter how small they are. And little by little, you can climb out of that hole. And that's exactly what I did.
We're still going to go. I need to dab you up after that. I appreciate you sharing that.
You,
that was awesome, dude. For real.
Thank you, man.
Seriously, it's inspirational.
Thank you, brother.
And it just